All right, so I promised you a video to address what's been on the news for the last couple of days. This week we heard an alarming statistic, and that was that if you are between the ages of 30 and 55 years old, you have a 3 times higher rate of dying from 17 different cancers than I would, someone my age would. And I'm 60-ish, and older, right? So if you have a higher rate of dying at 30 to 55 than I do at 60 or anyone older than me, that is alarming. Like, we need an intervention, right? So I'm hoping that the knowledge today about cancer screenings and the knowledge about what kind of cancers and maybe some of the theoretical reasons why this is happening will help all of us address it, like address it yesterday. Because I have 2 beautiful children. One is 40, one is 30, and I would die if they died before me. I think that's crazy for your children to die before you. So I'm like, okay, red flags. What are we doing? What the hell's going on around here? And I think you will agree this is helpful. So the first thing I want to do is address the actual newscast, right? So here's what we're saying. And if you're like me, you get so sick of the whole baby boomer, Gen X, Gen Z, millennial. You don't even know what ages they are. So I never assume. I always give you like the background information. So stay with me on the age ranges. If you already know this, you already know it. So here we go. Baby boomers are those people born between 1946 and 1964. Basically, they're your 60 to 80 plus year old people right now. And 10,000 people become 10 million people in this country become baby boomers every day. That's where we get a lot of people in the hospitals. This is our population, right? So you knew that. Now, depending on whether or not it's beneficial, sometimes I claim to be a baby boomer and sometimes I don't, girl. You know how we do. So I'm born in 65, but some statistics go all the way to 65. I'm like, cool, I'm a baby boomer this week. But then if it's negative, I'm like, glad I missed that range. Now, the next age group is your Gen X's, which technically your girl falls into. So Gen X's are 1965 to 1979. And those people right now are your 45 to 59-year-olds. Keep it simple, 45 to 55, right? Okay, just keep it simple, please. All right, so when you look at that age range, that's who we're dealing with. That's the ages that we're dealing with. We're saying that this age group has a high chance of dying, 3 times higher chance of dying from cancers, 17 different cancers. Okay, so here's another group that you've heard a lot about because I've got kids in that group. Both my kids are in that group, okay? So millennials are the 1980 to 1994 birth years, and they are between 30 and 45 years old. And this is where we're saying this is like ludicrous for them to have a higher rate of death, like they're young, okay? Now, Gen Z, sit your ass down, honey, because you ain't got nothing to do with this conversation. Be glad that you don't. You are between 1995 and 2012. You're a baby, sit down somewhere. And you're less than 30 years old. So you don't get any respect on your name yet. Just kidding. Okay, now, when we look at this newscast, these CNN and MSNBC and Channel 3 and CBS and ABC and all the news channels, and you may have even seen it on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, here's what they're saying. They're saying that the Gen X, which is your all the way up to 55-year-olds plus give or take a couple years, and your millennials as young as 30 have a higher rate of 17 different types of cancer out of the 45 or 50 that exist. And so we're looking at which cancers, because you know me, your girl was all over this. I wanted to know which cancers are they at higher risk of dying from. And by the way, they die at a 3 times higher rate. So it's not just that they get these cancers. No, they die at 3 times higher rate than anybody else. I'm like, oh, okay, so here we go. Y'all ready? You got colorectal and gastric cancers. Remember, when I say gastric, I mean stomach, and also I mean small intestine. I need you to make sure you know that. Uterine and ovarian cancers, breast cancers, renal, kidney, right? Renal, kidney, and testicular cancer. Renal and kidney, same thing. You got it. You know what's going on here. Pancreatic and liver and gallbladder. And by the way, gallbladder cancer used to be super rare, so this is alarming. And then your leukemia and your myelomas. So what we are seeing is a very, very huge, outrageous, ridiculous, noteworthy increase in these cancers. And for the liver cancer, I want to just note, especially for women. Now, common sense would tell you that something's got to be going on. Here's what we know. We know that these cancers, most of them, are related to obesity, the diet, smoking, alcohol, sedentary lifestyle, and the environment. No shit, Sherlock, okay? But so we need to look at that, because if you look at what I just said, those are behaviors you could change. You get your ass up off that couch, stop calling DoorDash, stop gaming all day, get the fuck off your phone and your Nintendo DS or whatever it's called. I don't even know what it's called because I don't do none of it. But when we look at this group of people, technology has not helped them. These are the people that stay on their phone. A lot of them are just gaming all day. I know them personally. They're door dashing their meals. Nobody's cooking. Nobody even knows how to cook in this age range. Yes, I'm stereotyping, but to keep it all the way 100, I'm being real. And this is what's going on in this age group. So if that's you, take a look in the mirror and think, how can I move more? Stop taking the fucking elevator to the second floor. Stop parking like I would do, because I'm your girl. I'm going to be honest. I'm a bad person, okay? I have my little faults. I have parked. Are you ready for this? And I don't need nobody, it's just between you and me and the walls. I ain't gonna lie. I parked in the pregnant lady parking space. When I'm in a hurry, got to run into the store and get some stuff. Yes, Lord knows I don't want to be pregnant. I ain't got nothing going on in here. My eggs are rotten, honey. But I'm just saying, this is the kind of dumb stuff we be doing, rolling around the parking lot in Walmart looking for a space. It took us 20 minutes to find that space closest to the door. I've done it. I'm not going to lie to you. Shit, why would I lie? You're going to find out anyway that I'm low down and dirty about this stuff. So what I'm saying to you is, hunty, you and your little hookah, whatever the hell it is, y'all be smoking all that reefer, all that cigarettes, that's still smoke. So no matter where you go with it, it's still smoke, okay? Don't get it twisted, because it's the natural way. Yeah, go get some gummies. Sit your ass down and go get some gummies. Better than smoking it. Okay, so your diet. Let me tell you something about this diet. It ain't your fault. It ain't your fault, although you do need to learn how to cook. But I like some of these already prepared meals with the recipes intact. I don't know if you've ever heard of HelloFresh. They're a very good millennial Gen X type of solution to the diets you got going on out here. Because if you're honest, and I'm definitely going to be honest with you because I know the struggle is real. Many of you guys work 2 and 3 jobs. You're going to school, trying to get to college, trying to get your degree. And if I'm talking to the people I'm talking to right now, you're trying to get your nursing degree. So you're so busy that all you can do is fast food. And Lord knows I get that. The problem is fast food is garbage food, is cancer food. It's processed. It's got garbage all running through it. It's not good for anybody. Maybe Panera's, maybe Chick-fil-A. And then I heard Chick-fil-A is doing something funky with their chicken. I mean, some of these restaurants, some of them are really good. Chick-fil-A, Panera, what's the other one? Panera, Chick-fil-A, and Chipotle may be the better ones, but even that is not cooking at home. The bottom line is when you cook at home, you just do better. Now, in addition to that, we need to go over these cancer screenings. Are you ready for this? Okay, this is part 2. I'm coming back at you. Stay tuned.